Hello and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2014. This is the Quarter Mile DLC add-on. Last time out we were getting this company car down the old straightaways at under 16 seconds, which apparently we did. Let's find out who wants their car modded next. Alright, and in comes something blue. 16 seconds, same as before, assuming going forward that, that was a saloon. Assuming going forward that everything in the car is okay, and it's just that they want this speed thing done. They have 5,100, a slightly bizarre number. Okay, well, just in case they're trying to need to look at any of this stuff, this is a very quick test. It'll highlight some of the qualities of some of the items, the batteries and the electrics and stuff. Alright, nothing actually happens here, which, if you're like me, it took you a long time to work out what good that was. Alright, and again, I've forgotten already what speed they wanted, so let's check that. 16 seconds. Okay, now let's whack it down the straight and see how good it is at the moment. Second over, so it's not a huge amount of work, theoretically. Okay, so we need to shave off about a second, and theoretically everything is going to be a decent quality in here, as per so far has been the case on each of the other invoices. Everything is green. Alright, so let's decide what we want to purchase for the $5,000 that we've got to spend on this car. Now, some of the obvious things. Sorry, being distracted. Some of the obvious things, well, the most obvious thing, sorry, would be the obviously cheapest for the most percentage increase. So, for instance, the where is it? The fuel pump, 3% for 700. That's pretty good. As you can see, 1% for a bit of exhaust for 300. 200 for that one. So you can put some bits of exhaust on as well for a few percentages. I didn't look to see if it was a V6, or rather my memory doesn't tell me. So 1500 for 6% is about the same sort of value, and then 2% extra or 4% for the extra is good too. So yeah, okay. Let's double check to see if it's a V6. It needs a V6 to me. No, it's got 4 cylinders on the front. So. Oh, and before we go any further, let's sell any excess inventory that I've got. Woohoo! Yes. And have it automatically cancel out the screen, please. That's bizarre. Any road. Okay, so let's go down this route. Can't hurt to buy one of these. Filter, there we go. It's the cheap tune options. Okay, so the air filter is actually relatively fiddly for the amount of increase we get. Detach 3 things. Excuse me. Detach 3 things before we can actually change the filter, but there we go. Take out this muzzy, ordinary looking one, put in the shiny red one. Oh. Shiny red one. Okay, so that'll give us a bit more oomph. And once we've put all these pieces in, we'll then go to the rolling road and tune the car. You can tune it each time you change something, but I've been doing that and it's a little bit tedious. So let's wait until we've put the pieces in. To be fair, just a tune-up might have got it across the line in time, but where's the fun in that, I say? And I've already forgotten what else I bought. Oh yes, the electrics. It's great having a memory. Well, I guess it might be. Alright, So that's those removed. Shiny red ones. And you know they're going to be fast and exciting because they're red. That's the international colour of excitement after all. Okay, so that's those. And I've got a fuel filter which I have to bump the car in the air for. And then we shall rise up. Remember, it's the pump actually, not the filter. And what we actually want instead is something that's so cool looking that no one will ever see. There it is, yeah. Oh yeah, it's black for mysterious and exciting. Alright, so that's that all done. Let's give it a tune. Yes, I would like to tune the car, please, to something like a C sharp. Here we go. That's like a kilter. I'm not quite sure how to fix this. Okay, so they're in line now. So we're looking for something at the top, obviously. I need to start saying that, and that looks like it. Awesome. Let's do the obi-dooby-doop and see how many oomphes we've added. That is a 10 litre. Wow, we've added 35% extra oomphes. Right, let's take it back to the garage and then out onto the track. Inverted commas track. In fact, it'd be quite nice to be able to go to the track, or indeed to anywhere, from anywhere. So instead of having to come back to the main garage to go out then to the test track, it'd be quite nice to be able to select from the rolling road, just go straight to test track. Don't see why I wouldn't. Oops. Oh, now I've shoved it that right up. So can I restart? No, I have to return to garage. Awesome sauce. So let's do that again, but without the being rubbish. And partly it's my worry at having revved it up so much like that. What's nothing you can do about it then? Just gotta put your foot down, hope that you won't just skim along doing nothing for a while. Tiny amount of correction on the digital steering. Ooh! Now, was it 16 seconds we had to get under? Because that just looks like a do-over. Yeah, 16 seconds, so we were a 600th of a second out. Alright. I'm putting that down to random. Oh, having to steer would be nice. I am still moving ever so slightly towards the wall. If that makes the difference. Oh, wow, I shaved off 1/100th. Deep-be-doop-doop-doop. On past missions I've basically put a clutch in at this point as well because it helps with the gear changes, which gives it that slight fraction. Right, one more try. I'm just going to leather it all the way, full spin-ins and everything, and let's see what happens. And if that doesn't work, stick a new clutch in, because it doesn't matter in this mode about profit. There's no money carried over from previous modes. There's not enough. Definitely feels a bit slow. There's no reason to save your money, and there's no point going to try and do all the upgrades. Why'd you bother? It's only 17 invoices or whatever it is. Slightly slower. Okay, let's whack a clutch in it. At least I'm getting fairly practiced to putting clutches on now. Well, on all these two-wheel drive cars at least. Alright. Probably don't need both of these even, but as you get taking all the stuff off, you feel like you might as well change 2 bits. So take this off to get out the axle, which we remove with the use of this big bolt here. There we go. And anyone who's seen me do this before knows it takes approximately, I don't know, 5 minutes to do this. Take everything off, change the clutch, put all the bits back on. It's one of those decisions you make when you're doing this sort of video. Do I fast forward or edit it that, or what do I do? Well, I'm just going to leave it in, and if anyone actually watches all of these, they'll either enjoy it because that's what I've done all the way through, or they'll know to fast forward it. I'm not trying to worry about it too much. It's one of my specialities is worrying. Very useful skill. What better thing could you be doing than worrying? Ah, something productive, you say? Well then. That's terrific. Alright, let's take off the little nubbin. Oh, and zoom out apparently. And let's unbolt the friction plate. Is this the pressure plate? Friction plate being the bit in between then, fair enough. Reverse the polarity on your wrench. Put on the shiny bits. Woo! Shiny, shine, shine. Oh, and the nubbin. Let's zoom out usefully. Actually, if I zoom in, I can't actually see the damn thing. Whoops! There we go. Yeah, that one, please. Bolty, bolty, bolt, bolt. It's kind of frustrating having bought all these bolting upgrades and things in the previous modes and then not carrying over to this mode. The DLCs are all separate in that sense, and it's, I don't know, it's a bit weak. Still, it's nice to get the extra content, and it hasn't cost anything for those of us who bought the game, so, you know, it's hard to complain. And people do on the forums, of course, because people complain about anything given half a chance, and the anonymity of the internet. And whilst there are issues, to be fair, you know, having the extra is good. It's nice. They're planning the game for next year, so one hopes that the best bits of this get put in. There's always a worry when there's a small vocal minority of people who are sort of interfacing with the dev, in that they might get their issues, you know, taken care of, whilst all the people who are happily playing the game who don't voice anything, of course, they never get a say. Alright. Oh, let's thingamajig it. What do you call? Dynamo it. Dyno roll it. Gonna dyno roll it. Dyno roll busters. Yeah, alright. I could promise not to sing. But where would the fun in that be? Well, the fun would be for you lot not having to hide your ears. Right, there we go. And just to find out how many extras we give it, I think it was 35% extra oomph last time. So there's a few more oomph. Awesome. Right, let's go straight to the test drive. You didn't see this bit because I went straight to the test drive via a new mode I found called cheating. I think actually more accurately it's called editing. No discernible difference. It's a little bit of torque steer to the right. Not obviously quicker at that point. Oh, but very obviously the right speed there. So okay, great. Now it might be there is a technique to the the drag racing that I haven't got. I don't really have a technique, so I might not have had to change the clutch to get it to where we needed to get it to. But there we go, we've got it to where we need to get it to, which is under 16 seconds, and that was invoice 4. Thank you very much for watching. Come back next time and we will cruise, because that was a cruise compared to some of the other invoices. Cruise through the next invoice and we'll do it without any trouble whatsoever. Jinx.